Hi, in this video I will show you how to put together this Menorah Slimline card, which is an SVG file from Simply Crafty SVGs. So I don't like to go any year without doing at least one Hanukkah something. It's really hard for people that are looking for Hanukkah cards. It's a challenge for me too, because I need to find more ideas to figure. I do not celebrate Hanukkah, but many do, and they want cards. So this is my card. Since I'm doing slimlines, a couple slimlines this year, I decided to try a slimline Hanukkah card. So here's my go at it. So here are the pieces. It's fairly simple, and I have some little candles in here. So we'll go ahead and piece together the menorah. Actually, let's do this. So you could actually cut this out of cardstock, or you could use vinyl to do it and just place it. So a lot of people are using vinyl. So if you have vinyl that you like, you could always use that instead of cardstock. So it's easier to do more intricate things. You may need to make sure you know how to cut intricate if you're using cardstock. I used I don't think this is a cardstock per se. I think this was, well, I don't remember exactly which one this is, but it's pretty thin. I did it in silver too, just to show you the silver cardstock, because I wasn't sure whether I wanted to use silver or gold. But anyways, it cut it. It's just that you may need to tweak that a little bit to get that little star David to cut for you. So let's go ahead and just move this out of the way. So I just need this part. And I know you can't see this, so we'll just use the back of this. Since you're not going to be able to see it, so we'll just use this to glue, but this is the back of that panel. We're going to go ahead and add these little, they're all the same size. It just goes down to about right there. So you want to start at the top, so the top's kind of rounded. It doesn't look like it, but there's a sharp edge and a rounded edge. The top part's the rounded part. So you just want to carefully add those. Let's put glue on a couple of them. I made it long enough so that middle one, which is a little larger, will still go below the top of the gold piece, the actual holder, so you don't see it. So to line it up the best you can, I'll go ahead and finish putting these on. Now that the candles are on, we can go ahead and add this larger piece. Let's add this first. So this, I wanted this to be a subtle addition. So if somebody's looking at it close, the Star David's just going to sit right there. I hope you can see it. I'm just going to angle it. I wanted it to be subtle, almost like an engraving. So that's the reason it's the same color. If you wanted to change the color, that's up to you. But it was a design choice. Gotta remember, I'm working on the back of a piece that's going to be part of the card, but it serves its purpose. So you see how it juts out right here? We're just going to center it. I put just a little bit too much glue on there, so I'm just going to dab it with this damp cloth. So I know I have a little glue on it, but you can kind of see the subtlety of that Star David. So it's, like I said, it was intended. That's what I wanted it to be. It's hard working with metallics too, so in my opinion. So now all we're going to do is line this up here. So let's do a test lineup. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add glue to up to about this part up here underneath these tops of these holders. And then we'll line it up starting on one side, just lightly place it, and then maneuver it to make sure that it's in the over the rest of the shape. So you kind of want to be quick depending on how quick your glue dries. Be careful, you don't want to get glue too high so it shows the candle on the candle. Let's go ahead and line it up. I'm just going to start on this side. I'm just going to drop it on, move it around. Our glitter glue dries pretty fast, so but it gives me a little time to move it around. I like the effect of this glitter paper though. So I have a little bit, I'm not sure if that's glue or paper. It's the back of this white paper. I obviously did not line that up right, so let's go ahead and trim that. I don't know where I went wrong on that. Just wasn't paying attention. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over. And what we're going to do is just place it there, but first let's put this little background piece. So this goes underneath for the candles. So let's flip it over. What we want to do is just add glue around it. So don't get too close to the openings, just kind of go around it. Kind of do really lightly in between the cuts. Then I'm going to make sure the texture side is, in this case, facing down, which is facing up. Just going to start on one side and just lay it down. And I didn't want it to be seen, so I was trying to get it away from that top edge. Then we can go ahead and line this up under the candles. So again, just kind of going to go a little bit light. And if you have to get above it, when I videotape, and I've said this before, when I videotape, I can't really get above it as much because I'll be in the camera view. But for some of them like this, I'm just going to go sideways. So I just want to make sure that I get underneath the same distance. So I'm underneath that flame. And you could get closer. If you want to have it closer, you can have it closer. And there's the menorah. And then we'll go ahead and add, you could go higher, lower, add some additional embellishment down here, or go in the middle. So I'll put the Hanukkah on first because that will help me center the happy. So if you do use vinyl for this, of course you could use transfer tape if you're a vinyl person. I don't work with vinyl that much anymore. I mean, because I do mostly paper. I mean, I can, but it's like somebody who does vinyl all the time and does paper. They go to paper and then they're like, how do you have to change all the settings on your machine, make sure that it, so there's a whole bunch to go along with every single material we use. So I'm just carefully just let it drop down, and I'm just making sure that it's aligned with the bottom as far as making it somewhat straight. And then I did have a little cut issue with my little A there, but I pretty much cut okay. It's my machine though. It's not the cut. And then you can put a little, you could put more or less space, that's up to you. So I'm carefully making sure it's lined up. My H got a little skewed on that, but it's okay. And there it is. So like I said, you could add additional embellishments if you want to. And then we just have to add it to the front of this card. So all I did was fold this card. And it has rounded edges. We're just going to add it to the front. And then we have my first Slimline Hanukkah card. Could be the last, but I don't know. We'll see what next year brings. So I'm just going to center it. Just kind of scooching it down. Scooched it down and I scooched the other side up. There it is. If you liked our little card here, like with all our projects, I always ask if you could give us a little thumbs up. Or subscribe to our channel. So there you go. Little Slimline Hanukkah card. Thank you for watching, and until next time.